What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Savage Got Bands back with another reaction, back with a Swedish crime Sweden. If y'all new, hit the subscribe and like, comment, number, follow my Twitter, IG, all that stuff. Look, get it out, get it out, get it out. Yeah, we finna be here a while. You see the minutes, Hit the like button. I liked it. Likes be helping. Hit the like button and let's see. We finna be here a while. You see the title. This title crazy.
Shottaz versus Dödspatrullen.
Wait. Yeah.
In Rinkeby in western Stockholm, a brutal gang war has been going on since July 2015 between two groups of childhood friends that the media started calling Dödspatrullen.
You gotta like it. 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 You hearing? Is you hearing it? Is you hearing it? No subtitles.
The Death Squad and Shottaz.
No subtitles
These two
needed.
gangs have shot at each other on at least 50 occasions, which has so far resulted in the death of at least 10 young men. How did this happen?
But crime Sweden, why you do it like this? Why sometimes you be talking in English, sometimes in Sweden? I don't get it. Is it trying to connect with the Sweden folks? So that's why you be doing it Swedish most of the times?
War started after a robbery against...
Because I was starting the first few times I was doing crime Sweden, he was talking in English. Then I stopped for a minute because I didn't know I could English subtitle it. Then I stopped. But then I started doing it again. Yeah. But he was doing this.
Forex Exchange Office in Täby on July 22nd, 2015.
Yeah, we remember this. Bro was mad. One of them was mad because they didn't put him on. They went without him.
At least 4 people carried out the robbery and got away with almost 200,000 euros. On the same day of the robbery, everyone in Rinkeby knew that friends Izzy, 19 years old, and Masla, 16 years old, had planned the robbery together.
Damn, everybody?
Same day of the robbery, everyone in Rinkeby knew that friends...
But when he's saying everybody, is he meaning like everybody that's on that? Is he meaning like everybody that's on that timing? Like everybody outside? Or he mean just everybody in general? Even your grandma, even granny know, even your mama know they did it. Does he mean it like that? Or he mean just like, if you're outside in Ringby, you know it's these two. Maybe not your granny, let me know. But he said everybody. He said
19
everybody.
years old and Masla, 16 years old, have planned the robbery together. But according to sources, Masla was not allowed to take part in the robbery. Masla was upset and angry with Izzy for committing the robbery without him. Masla and some of his friends, and they call themselves 3MST, which stands for their names. Mackan, Masla, Musse, Shubre, and Talang. These boys later become the core for what is later known as Dödspatrullen, the Death Squad. According to sources, Masla and his friends confront Izzy in Rinkeby and demand...
Think 3 times. Yes. Think 3 times before you go outside. Facts. Think 3 times before you facts. I'm staying inside.
The money from the robbery.
I'm staying inside.
But Izzy reportedly refuses to give up any money. A fight breaks out and it ends. A fight breaks out and it ends with Masla pulling out a gun.
Damn.
He started running through Rinkeby towards the woods. And Masla and his friends run after him. In the woods, they catch up with Izzy, and Izzy is shot in the back several times. Izzy comes crawling out of the woods until he collapses in an old woman's garden before dying, aged 19. July 24th, 2015. Masla and a friend is laying low after the murder, and they're at a gas station in Brommaplan in the early morning hours. The police receive a call about gunfire. At least 16 shots have been fired at the scene, and the perpetrators are seen running towards a moped before fleeing the scene. When the police arrived at the gas station, 16-year-old Masla was taken to the hospital with gunshot wounds to the neck and the back of the head, but he later dies from his injuries. One of Izzy's brothers and a friend are identified as suspected perpetrators. Rapper Jafarbyn, JB.
Oh my god, this is crazy. This one is crazy. I kind of know about this story because we be doing crime Sweden a lot. But this crazy. This story is nuts. This story is nuts.
Rapper Jafarbyn.
Because this story is nuts because they was friends.
JB.
That's the whole thing. That's
mentions
crazy.
This murder in a song. After these two murders, 3MST or Dödspatrullen are banned from setting foot in Rinkeby. They had to stay away, becoming involved in drug trafficking and murder for hire elsewhere. They spent a lot of time down in Malmö, Sweden's third largest city, becoming involved with Amir Mekki and Los Huecos. When some of the leading members of what will become known as Shottaz end up in prison, Dödspatrullen members see their chance to come back to the area. December 2nd, 2016. Shortly before 10 p.m., several masked men rushed into Café Mynta in Rinkeby armed with a pistol and an automatic weapon. Two brothers were sitting at a table in the cafe when the perpetrators opened fire. The brothers try to escape through the back entrance in the kitchen, but they run into the wrong room and are trapped with no way out. Both brothers are shot to death next to each other. The victims are two brothers with the nicknames Indiana, aged 25, and Smokey, aged 24. Indiana is the intended target of the attack, and Smokey is believed to be killed only because he was with his brother at the moment. After the
But Smokey tapped in.
Aged 24.
Yeah, Smokey like tapped
Indiana
in.
is the intended target of the attack, and Smokey is believed to be killed only
know about them? Do y'all know about that? Let me know in the comments. Y'all know about them?
He was with his brother at the
Smokey
moment.
like tapped in.
After this brutal double murder, a further divide is made and people have to start choosing sides in the area.
Oh, damn.
Two upcoming rappers from Rinkeby come to find themselves on the Shottaz side. December 13th, 2016. On Tuesday morning at 3:39, a shooting takes place in Hjulsta. Police arrive and doesn't find anyone injured at the scene, but a young man arrives at the hospital seeking medical treatment for gunshot wounds. At least 40 shots have been fired by two shooters with AK-47s at the young man sitting in his car. The two AK-47s are dumped near the crime scene. Musse from 3MST Dödspatrullen is the victim, and he has been hit with 4 shots, one time in the leg and 3 times in the bulletproof vest he was wearing, and he survives without serious injuries. According to the police, the suspect
Don't I be telling y'all wear y'all vest? Don't I be telling y'all wear y'all vest? If y'all outside, I be telling y'all wear that vest. Wear that vest. And don't be cheap with your vest. Wear the good kind. I don't know the cons because I stay inside. But I know there's levels. I know there's levels to the vest. Don't go with a cheap one. Go with a decent one that can take these bullets, please. Please, I need you to watch me more often. Because clearly you're not hearing me. Clearly you're still outside. So at least have it on you. At least have it on you. And your vest.
And he survives without serious injuries. According to the police, the suspect...
Some of y'all not listening. Some of y'all clearly not listening.
Shooter is Aje from Shottaz.
So I gotta give tips.
And another young man from Tensta. Later that evening at 7 minutes past 6, the police received a call about gunshots in a wooded area in Tensta in northwest Stockholm. When the police arrived at the scene, they found a young...
But I feel like you gotta be older to be wearing vests. Because I feel like when you're 15, 16, 17, you think that's childish. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm mistaken. But I feel like these young kids, these young folks, I want to say the N-word, I can't. But I feel like when you're 15, 16, you kind of stubborn. You're like, I don't need a vest. But maybe when you hit 25, 26, 28, you still in the streets, maybe you'll consider wearing a vest. I don't know.
And lying on the ground, badly injured. The young man was shot 10 times, including in the face, neck, and he dies in the hospital.
Oh my god.
Injured. The young man was shot 10 times, including in the face, neck, and he dies in the hospital days later. 2 men in their 20s were later arrested but released. The victim is A2 from Malmö, a very close friend of Amir Mekki, the leader of Los Suecos. Amir Mekki and other men from Malmö make it to Stockholm and the hospital where A2 is treated. They threaten A2's alleged shooter to the hospital for a meeting, where they question the young man who denies he's involved in the shooting. Amir Mekki knows the core of Dödspatrullen since their time in exile from Rinkeby down in Malmö. Rapper Jaffarbin, JB, mentions the attempted murder of Musin Julstad in the song Guldruschen, the Gold Rush, where he says 33 shots in 3 fucking seconds.
We don't want copyright. Right. We don't want copyright.
Which is seen by people as taking a clear stance for the Shottaz gang in the war, which later has consequences for the rapper.
What happened?
Which is seen by people as taking a clear stance for the Shottaz gang in the war, which later has consequences for the rapper. On April 1st and May 22nd, 2015, Dödspatrullen allegedly carries out 2 contract killings. One man is executed.
Yo, Sweden, y'all is going crazy. Y'all is going crazy
outside a McDonald's in Uppsala, and one young man is found dead, shot at least 4 times, including at least 1 time in the head. DNA evidence connects them to both killings. On August 8th,
Stay inside.
2017, members of Dödspatrullen catch rapper Jaffarbin alone.
Because I realized one thing I realized with these contracts, y'all know what I mean? Sometimes they be getting the wrong person. Sometimes they be mistaken identity, all that ish. That's why I keep telling you, stay inside.
DNA evidence connects them to both killings. On August 8th, 2017, members of Dödspatrullen catch rapper Jaffarbin alone in Rinkeby and surrounds him.
Oh, damn.
Members of Dödspatrullen brutally beat and humiliate the rapper at gunpoint while recording it on their phones. This include punches, kicks, slaps, spitting and urinating on him while calling him a studio gangster. According to the police, during the same summer, Mackan from Dödspatrullen beats the rapper Yasin unconscious outside.
Oh my god. What's going on? But is it that deep?
Patrullen brutally beat and humiliate the rapper at gunpoint.
Is it that deep? Because why didn't they end it? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Why did they just embarrass him and post it? Why didn't they just end it? They had the channel. What's going on? I thought it's deep. It's not that deep. Let me know.
While recording it on their phones. This include...
Because this was more like trying to humiliate, like embarrass bro. Why didn't they end it? They could have ended. Because bro said it was like 4-5 to 1. 4-5 against 1. They could have ended, bro. Let me know. Is it that deep? Is it that deep or it's not that deep?
Punches, kicks, slaps, spitting, and urinating on him.
Because this is still vicious. Mind you. This is still vicious. This is still going crazy. But I feel like they could have ended, bro. So is it that deep?
Calling him a studio gangster. According to the police, during the same summer, Mackan from Dödspatrullen beats the rapper Yasin unconscious outside a hamburger place in Rinkeby.
Damn.
These 2 incidents
y'all know about this? I think I know about this. That's crazy. We ain't got no footage? No footage?
Cemented the 2 rappers' loyalties.
If there's no footage, it didn't happen. Because we clearly seen, bro. We clearly seen this. Y'all seen this. But there's no footage of the Yasin
beats
fight.
the rapper Yasin unconscious outside a hamburger place in Rinkeby. These 2 incidents are said to have cemented the 2 rappers' loyalty.
Because look, when you hear about it, it's not as harsh when you see it. This Aiden vid go crazy. But the scene is just talks. It's just talks. Maybe some of y'all seen that vid. I didn't see nothing.
to the gang
I didn't see
shot
nothing.
us. October 23rd, 2017. Just before 9 on Monday evening, shots are fired at
I didn't
Bredbyplan
know they beat up the Don though. I didn't know they beat up the Don.
in the Rinkeby area. A young man is shot several times as he fled the scene, and witnesses reportedly heard 8 shots. Several empty shell casings belonging to an automatic weapon were later found close by. Machiavelli from Dödspatrullen, who is the brother of previously murdered Masla, is shot several times and driven to the hospital in a private car. He was wearing a bulletproof vest, so he survived
Invest.
the murder attempt with minor injuries to the abdomen. December 28th, 2017. After a car chase at night that ended in Spånga in northern Stockholm, 3 people were arrested suspected of possession and distribution of large quantities of narcotics. Police seized 28 kilos of amphetamine. Musse and Talang from Dödspatrullen were prosecuted and sentenced to 8 years and 7 years and 8 months in prison. December 31st, 2017. On the early morning hours of New Year's Eve, a young man with gunshot wounds is found sitting in a car in a parking garage in Rinkeby. He is pronounced dead. 20-year-old Karar is the victim, and he is said to have been shot dead with at least 8 shots, including in the head. He had been shot by at least 2 shooters with 2 different weapons. Karar had previously been sentenced for a robbery in May 2015.
Yo, is that prison?
Karar had previously been sentenced for a robbery in May 2015 and was friends with Masla, and is said to have been involved in the beating of the rapper Yasin, and he drove Machiavelli to the hospital after being shot.
Yeah, you in the mix. Still R.I.P. though. Still R.I.P. But you in the mix. That's
Police
crazy.
suspected Aya and Yasin to be the shooters. Yasin and Karar lived nearby and both had access to the parking garage. January 8th, 2018. On Monday evening, after 2 men have a brief discussion inside a pizzeria in Rinkeby, one of the men walks out, and minutes later at 6:33, the shooter walks in and instantly shoots the sitting victim twice, hitting him 1 time in the neck and 1 time in the head. The 24-year-old victim, Hamza, linked to Shotas, dies of his injuries. Months later, in a completely different case, the murder weapon with DNA on it was found. 16-year-old Shaki, with ties to Dödspatrullen, is charged with the murder. Shaki is found guilty but only receives 3 years in a youth detention center for the murder due to the fact that he was only 16 years old when he committed the murder.
No, that's so crazy though. That's so crazy.
April 3rd,
I hope y'all staying inside, bro. I hope y'all is staying inside, because this is crazy. This is crazy. R.I.P. to all these folks. R.I.P. to all these folks. That's crazy.
2018, rapper Yasin releases the music video for his song, Chicago, while he's on the run from the law. In the song, several Shotas members are mentioned. Member and Yasin's manager, Frankie, is also in the video. The names mentioned include Aye, Poi, Faye, Frankie, and the then murdered Indiana. Yasin raps, "It's us against them, it's a derby," comparing their local gang war to a football.
Yeah, I caught it. Yeah. yeah. That's crazy. That is
derby,
crazy.
and that him and Aya
That's
are
crazy.
top scorers, shooters, implying they are behind some shootings and murders. During 2018, Jaffarbin, Aya, Shikar from Shotas are sentenced to prison for gun possession for having 2 AK-47s and a pistol in a crime they documented by posing with them in pictures. Gang member Poi is also
Wait, what?
Shotas are sentenced to prison for gun possession for having 2 AK-47s and a pistol in a crime they documented by posing with them in pictures.
I be forgetting that's illegal. That is crazy. That is so crazy to me. Look, that is so normal now. That became so normal now, bro. I forgot that's illegal. I'm not even finna lie to y'all. I forgot this is I forgot you can't do this. I forgot you can't post this on IG. You can't post this on I forgot. I'm like, what they do? I'm like, what they do wrong? I forgot.
And a pistol in a crime they documented by posting.
I'm like, what crime, bro? What crime?
Them in pictures.
That's crazy. That is crazy. I forgot you can't do that.
Gang member Poi is also sentenced for the possession of an automatic firearm.
But wait, did the police catch him with it, or it's just because of that picture they went after him? Let me know. Let me know. I think it's just because of that picture.
Member Poi is also sentenced for the possession of an automatic firearm. A rapper Yassin, who was arrested later on, was eventually sentenced to 2 years in prison for gun possession. August 11th, 2018. A2's alleged killer's older brother is found murdered outside a preschool in Tensta. The victim was not a criminal or involved in the conflict, and there is speculation that the man was killed by people from Malmö as revenge for A2. June 25th, 2019. There's a shooting in the area of Western Copenhagen, the capital of Denmark. 3 Shotas members are sitting in a car, and suddenly another car pulls up. A masked gunman armed with a pistol and an AK-47 opens fire at the car. The driver, 23-year-old Frankie.
This is when I realized stuff is deep. This is when I realized stuff is deep. When they was wilding in Copenhagen.
47 opens fire at the car. The driver, 23-year-old Frankie, tries to put the car in reverse, but the engine stalls and dies. Frankie's 21-year-old brother-in-law, Gucci, is trapped inside the car. Frankie and 22-year-old Hoods try to run from the scene. Hoods is shot at when he runs and jumps over a hedge. At the same time, Frankie tries to run behind a parking garage with the shooters behind him, and he is hit one time with one shot in the leg. He collapses at the bottom of a residential building, jumping into a bush, bleeding heavily from his leg. Gucci has crawled out the passenger seat and is on the ground, shot and injured.
Yo, y'all better like this. I know this demonetized. I know this vid is demonetized. Y'all better hit the like button, subscribe, show some love. Thank you. Show some love. Show some love. But the way Crime Sweden is talking in this vid, I know this vid about to be demonetized. I know no ads, no nothing. So at least hit the like button.
The gunman takes pictures and records the victim with his phone. When the second shooter goes back to their car, then goes back and shoots already shot Gucci 14 more times. 21-year-old Gucci is shot with a total of 19 shots and dies. Frankie is bleeding profusely after being shot in the right thigh with one shot, and he also dies later in the hospital. Hood survives the attack unharmed.
This is crazy.
They were there because they had arranged a meeting with a Danish rapper whom Frankie knew from before, but they have been led into a trap. Instead, Mackan, aka Makelele from Dödspatrullen, who used to be very close childhood friends with Frankie, showed up. 5 young men are sentenced for the double murder and attempted murder. 3 of them, including Mackan, 23 years old, are sentenced to life imprisonment.
Oh my god.
August 7th, 2019. The police received a call during the night about a shooting in Tensta, but the officers found no signs of gunfire or anyone injured and left the scene. At 6:30 in the morning, a passerby found a 27-year-old Tensta resident dead in central Tensta. The man had apparently been executed with multiple gunshots. The murder victim, 25-year-old Nasir, was not a criminal nor involved in the conflict. However, his brother Capone is on the other hand a member of Dödspatrullen.
be telling y'all about this too. I'll be telling y'all about this too. I'll be telling
The
y'all about
victim
this
was
too.
forced by shot.
Tell your cousin to chill out. Tell your cousin to chill out. Tell your brother to chill out. Tell them to
An
chill out.
affiliated gang, FLG members.
Because
to
I
try
get
to
it. You inside. I get it. You inside. But your brother outside. Your cousin is outside.
Forced
They
his
is
brother to come
wilding. Tell 'em.
outside. Capone refused to come out, and then they killed his brother
That's crazy.
instead. December 31st, 2019. The police were alerted just past midnight on New Year's Eve. A young man was found shot in a car in Rinkeby with multiple gunshot wounds to the head. He dies from his injuries. 20-year-old Vincent, or Poi, was the victim. He was wearing a bulletproof vest, but he was shot in the back of the head in what is believed to be an internal dispute within the gang. He had a disagreement with some of the members in Shottaz for different reasons, and he did not approve that Nasir, the innocent brother of Capone, had been murdered. Captain, who was Frankie's cousin, is named by the police as a suspected shooter of Poi. Captain is later murdered, shot dead in another separate conflict. From Shottaz, the rapper Yassin, who was very close friends with Poi, Ace, Hoods, and Ghost, plus several other men were arrested for involvement in the murder. In the end, only Yassin, Hoods, and Ghost are taken into custody on probable cause for Poi's murder. But after several months, they too are released and no one is prosecuted for the murder. In the summer of 2020, 23-year-old Shubre and his 24-year-old...
Everybody's staying quiet. So everybody just staying quiet in Sweden. In Sweden, I'm realizing everybody is just staying quiet. Everybody's staying quiet. Everybody getting out. They took 6 people in. Everybody stay quiet. Everybody got out. That is crazy.
From Dödspatrullen are arrested in Barcelona, Spain, where he is still in custody on suspicion of serious drug offenses. Shubre is later in his absence requested to be extradited to Sweden on suspicion of 2 murders, drug offenses, gun possession, and attempted robbery. This is the latest chapter in this bloody tragedy, and while all of this is going on, several other separate bloody wars take place, and even younger generations with family ties and close connections to both gangs are drawn into ongoing and new gang wars.
This is generational. That's crazy. This is generational. Stay inside. Stay inside. But if you enjoyed this though, hit the subscribe and like, comment, and follow my Twitter, IG, all that stuff, and I'm out.